Hello friends, welcome to GeoEdu channel exploring geological knowledge. Here we came to part 3. Here we will discuss the MCQs that came in OPSC Geologist and Mining Officer Examination 2019. Let's go to the first question. The average depth of the ocean is, first option is 5200 meters, second 4630 meters, third 3729 meters, and fourth is 3062 meters. The answer will be 3729 meters. Second question, paleomagnetic data is useful for understanding pole reversals, composition of mantle, internal structure of the earth, origin of life on the earth. The answer will be pole reversal, because in paleomagnetic study we used to study the paleomagnetic orientation of paleomagnetic minerals within the magma. So when magma erupts, it will be in liquid state, and the paleomagnetic minerals tends to orient themselves according to the magnetic pole on that time. So studying the paleomagnetic minerals in the rock, we can determine the that paleopole or paleomagnetic poles. So pole reversals we can study from paleomagnetic data. Next question, Guyot is a ridge of fold mountain, major depression in a continental area, flat topped seamount, flat topped hill on the surface. Here the answer will be flat topped seamount. As you can see in figure, this is the seamount, that mount submerged in the seawater, and when it exposed to the onto the surface of the water, it got eroded and the mountain top got flat, and it tends to form a guyot. Next question, deep ocean trenches are generally associated with circum-Pacific belt, mid-oceanic ridges, island arcs, and collisional areas. As you can see, this is a subduction zone, and this plate subducts are between under this plate, and here is the trench, deep sea trench, and when this plate subducts, the sediments along with this plate subducts into this plate underneath, and it tend to melt here, and it's got erupted as volcanic island arcs. So the answer will be the island arc. The temperature regime in the upper part of the lower crust, the answer will be 200 to 250 degrees centigrade. Which of the following represents the youngest event in Dharwarian stratigraphy? First option is Sargur group, second Closefed granite, third Dharwar supergroup, and fourth is Peninsular Nisi complex. Here the answer will be Closefed granite, because Sargur group, the age of Sargur group is 3100 to 3300 million years, and the age of the Closefed granite is around 2500 million years, and age of Dharwar supergroup is around 2600 to 2800 million years, and the age of Peninsular Nisi complex is around 3000 million years ago. So the youngest is 2500, which is Closefed granite. Next question, choose the correct pair of stratigraphic formation and its corresponding age. First option is Vander group, early Proterozoic, Ninur formation Cretaceous, Long formation Oligocene, and Bhima group Cambrian. The answer will be Ninur formation Cretaceous, because Vander group is the uppermost group of the Vindhyan supergroup, which age ranges from Meso to Neoproterozoic, and Ninur group belongs to Cretaceous of Trichinopolli, which age is Cretaceous, and long formation belongs to long formation age ranges from middle to late Miocene of Andaman Nicobar Island. So it is the Cenozoic formation of Andaman Nicobar Island. And Bhima basin is of Neoproterozoic age, tends to occur on eastern Dharwar Craton with conglomerate sandstone, flaggy limestone, and chert-like rocks. Kutch is the type area in India for Jurassic formation, early Archean rocks, late Archean rocks, Cambrian formation. This one is the answer will be Jurassic formation. Siwaliks are well known for dinosaur fossils, invertebrate fossils, mammal fossils, and plant fossils. Here the answer will be mammal fossils. If you talk about dinosaur fossils, you can find in western India, in Narmada Valley, Kutch area of Gujarat, Kota of Rajasthan, and also in Madhya Pradesh. And invertebrate fossils we can found in most of the part, like Cretaceous of Trichinopoli, in Jurassic of Kutch, Jaisalmer formation of the Rajasthan area. And plant fossil is mainly confined to Gondwana rocks, which is upper Carboniferous to Jurassic age. And also the Umia formation consists of Umia plant bed, and the important plant bed of Umia formation is Trigonia bed. Next question. In Spiti, the Permians are represented by Muth-quartzite, Kanwar group, Quilling group, agglomerate cell. The answer will be Quilling group, because Muth-quartzite belongs to Lower Devonian of Spiti, and Kanwar group is Carboniferous of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, which is divided into two important formation, Po and Lipak formation. And agglomerate cell also is upper Carboniferous of Kashmir area. So here the answer will be Quilling group. Delhi system is introduced by Erinpura granite, Bijli rhyolite, Singhum granite, and Bundelkhand granite. The answer will be Erinpura granite, because as we know, because Erinpura granite is a porphyritic type of granitic rock, which is composition varies to granite to granodiorite. And the Bijli rhyolite is we can find in central India. It intruded to Dongargarh group. And Singhbum granite it intruded to iron ore group in Singhbum area, and it is also of Archean age. And Bundelkhand granite also we can found in Bundelkhand region, and the age also Archean to Proterozoic. And here the answer will be Erinpura granite. Next question. Which of the following statement is correct? The Mesozoic of Bhuj formation consists of predominantly of sandstone. Kaladgi basin is predominantly of made of slates. Vindhyan supergroup is devoid of limestone. Kadapa basin is predominantly made of metadacite. Here the answer will be the Mesozoic Bhuj formation consists predominantly of sandstones, because Kaladgi basin, as we know, it is the equivalent of Kadapa basin, and it consists of quartzite limestone conglomerate shells, not only slates. So this is the wrong option. And Vindhyan supergroup is consists of different limestone beds like Kajrahat limestone, Bargaon limestone, Rohtas limestone, Lakheri limestone. So it is not devoid of limestone. This option is wrong. And Kodaba basin is consist of alternate beds of quartzite shell and limestone, not only metadacite. This option is wrong. So here the answer will be Bhuj sandstone. Marker horizon of Devonian in Himalaya is called Lipak formation, Po formation, Muth quartzite, and Zingothoris limestone. I think the pronunciation is correct, Zingothoris, because I think here S is silent. And as we know, Lipak and Po formation belongs to Carboniferous of Spiti area, Spiti, Uttarakhand, and Himachal Pradesh area. And Muth quartzite is belongs to Devonian of Himalaya. And Zingothoris limestone belongs to Carboniferous of Jammu and Kashmir. It consists of mostly flaggy type of limestone. And the Zingothoris limestone named after the fossil Zingothoris cuspidata. So here the answer will be Muth quartzite. Next question. Stromatolites provide insights for origin and evolution of life, recognition boundary between Cambrian Ordovician, glaciation process, weathering cycles. As we know, this As you know, the stromatolites are not body fossils; these are trash fossils, and it records the life activity and built by like we know like cyanobacteria and microscopic algae known as red, blue, green algae. So it provides insight for origin and evolution of life. Next question: in Himalaya, the main boundary fault separates Shivalik and Tertiary, Shivalik and Archean, Vindhyan and Aravalli, Shivalik and Delhi supergroup. The answer will be Shivalik and Tertiary because the MBT or main boundary fault separates the Shivalik and the Lesser Himalaya, and the Lesser Himalaya consists of sediments of Tertiary age, and the other fault systems are MFT, which divides Indo-Gangetic from Shivalik, and MBT, as I said, Shivalik from Lesser Himalaya, and MCT, the main crystalline thrust, which separate Lesser Himalaya from Higher Himalaya, and STD, the future STD, which separates Higher Himalaya from Tibetan Plateau. Next question: the voluminous Deccan trap basalts occur during Ordovician, Triassic, and Silurian and Pleistocene. The Deccan basalt in India, it took place around 66 million years ago, which is of Upper Cretaceous age, and this option does not match in with this, so leave this question. Mesozoic and Cenozoic boundary lies approximately at 75 million years, 60 million years, and 120 million year annum, and 65 million year. So the answer will be 65 million year. In Kashmir Hazara area, the Archean rocks are called Boxa series, Salkhala series, Sakar Sanahali series, and Aravalli series. Here the answer will be Salkhala series because it belongs to Precambrian rocks of Kashmir. Boxa series, as you know, Proterozoic, it is the Proterozoic of Bhutan area. It forms the northern part of MBT that steeps deeply, and Sakar Sanahali series is the series of it found in Kolar group, which inside the Chitradurga group, and it consists of mainly carbonate rocks, and carbonate rocks in along with quartzite, manganiferous marble, BIF, basic and ultra basic rocks it of Dharwar supergroup, and so the answer will be Salkhala series. Next question: in geologic history, which of the following occupies longest time period? Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Precambrian, and Cenozoic. As you can see in the geological time scale, the Precambrian consists of three eras like Hadean, Archean, and Proterozoic, and it consists of the largest time period, longest time period, from 4,500 million years to around 597 million years. So here the answer will be Precambrian. Next question: which of the following is known to be the boundary of max extinction? Proterozoic, Cambrian, Miocene, Pliocene, Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous, Tertiary. The answer will be Cretaceous Tertiary, which is popularly known as KT boundary. And KT boundary is mainly known for the iridium anomaly. We can find more iridium, and iridium mainly we can found in meteorites. So maybe meteorite fall maybe a region for that KT extinction, and it is the major extinction. So we will continue further. Please subscribe to my channel GeoEdu, exploring geological knowledge. Thank you for your attention.